When Logan Pierce walked back into Westbrook High that Monday morning, the hallway didn't feel like his kingdom anymore. It felt like a courtroom. Students didn't cheer when they saw him coming. They didn't clear a path like they used to. Instead, they watched him the same way you'd watch a storm cloud, waiting to see if lightning would strike. His eyes were sunken, his hair unstyled, and the confidence he usually wore like armor was nowhere to be found. He moved slower, shoulders stiff, fingers tapping anxiously against his backpack strap. It was the first time Nia had ever seen him look human. Hannah nudged Nia's shoulder as they stood at their lockers. "He looks different," she whispered. Nia didn't respond. She didn't even look his way. She just twisted her locker combination and opened the door, placing her books inside with quiet precision. But she felt him. Even without looking, she could feel his eyes flick toward her, then away, then toward her again, like he wanted to say something but didn't know how. Logan's friends hesitated before approaching him. "Bro," Mitch muttered. "You good?" Logan's jaw clenched. "I'm fine." He said it too fast. He said it like someone running from a truth that was catching up. Tyler stepped closer, lowering his voice. "Look, man, that day in the cafeteria, you sure nothing else happened?" "Did she?" "No," Logan snapped. "She didn't do anything. I told you." His voice shook. That made Tyler step back. Because Logan Pierce never shook. First period, history class. The moment Logan stepped into the classroom, the room shifted. Some kids looked down quickly. Others stared outright. The teacher paused mid-sentence, surprised to see him back. He took a seat in the back row, the seat he used to make other people sit in when he felt like intimidating them. Now he sat small in it. Invisible. Nia walked in a moment later. She didn't look at him, didn't acknowledge his presence, just took her seat and opened her notebook. But Logan's eyes lifted, not to glare, not to size her up, but to study her, like she was something he didn't understand and desperately needed to. When the class ended, she closed her notebook and stood. Logan stood too, fast, almost knocking his chair over. "Coleman." Her steps paused. She didn't turn around. "What?" His voice cracked the way ice does under too much weight. I need to talk to you." The room went silent again. The teacher pretended to organize papers, doing a terrible job of masking her curiosity. Nia finally turned. Her expression was unreadable, soft, but guarded. "Why?" Logan swallowed. Because something's wrong with me." He looked around, lowered his voice. "And I think, it started that day." A few students froze mid-pack-up, pretending to tie their shoes. Nia's face didn't move. "That's not my problem," she said softly. She started walking away. "Nia, wait, please." That word. Please. No one at Westbrook High had ever heard it from him before. But she didn't stop. Not yet. What no one knew yet. Logan had secrets. Not the kind students whispered about. The kind that were tearing him apart. He hadn't slept more than 2 hours since the cafeteria. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw her face, not angry, not threatening, just calm. Calm in a way he had never been, calm in a way that frightened him. Calm in a way that felt like a mirror he wasn't ready to look into. His stomach aches hadn't stopped either. Doctors said stress. His father said weakness. But Logan knew it was something else. Because when she said those words, "You shouldn't have done that," it was like something cracked inside him. Not magic. Not a curse. Something deeper. Something real. Lunchtime, the cafeteria again. Of course it had to happen there. The universe has a cruel sense of timing. When Nia entered the cafeteria, the entire place fell into that eerie, expectant silence again. Logan sat at his old table, untouched food in front of him. His friends tried laughing like normal, but it sounded forced, thin, shaky. When he saw her, he stood up. This time, no one laughed. No one cheered. No one whispered. The king was stepping down from his throne. He took a few steps toward her, slow and hesitant. Everyone held their breath. "Nia," he said, loud enough for the whole room. Hannah grabbed Nia's wrist. "We can go somewhere else." But Nia gently slid her hand free. "It's okay." Logan swallowed hard. I'm sorry." The cafeteria gasped. Some girl dropped her fork. Another student filmed, but even he looked guilty doing it. Logan's voice shook as he continued. "I don't know why I acted like that. I don't know why I keep hurting people who never did anything to me. I don't even know who I am anymore." He blinked fast, eyes glassy. "But that day, when I hit you, something hit me back. Not physically. Something else. Something I deserved." He exhaled shakily. "And I haven't been able to pretend since." The room was dead silent. Nia stared at him, long enough for the tension to become painful. Then she said quietly, "You weren't hurting me, Logan." He froze. "You were hurting yourself." Her voice was steady, soft, but it landed like truth dropped from the sky. "And when you hit me," she continued, "you finally felt it." Logan's breath hitched. Because she was right. Everyone in that cafeteria could feel it. And this was only the beginning of what would happen between Logan Pierce and Nia Coleman. Logan came back to school the following Monday. But the swagger, the arrogance, the armor he always wore, it was gone. His backpack hung off one shoulder. His eyes were rimmed red, like he hadn't slept in days. And the moment he stepped into the hallway, the school went silent. Westbrook High had seen popular kids fall from grace before. But never like this. He didn't head to his usual spot near the trophy case. He didn't clap his buddies on the back. He didn't even acknowledge the girl flirting with him near the lockers. He just walked. Head down. Quiet. Almost scared. Tyler jogged after him. "Bro. You good? You feeling better?" Logan didn't answer right away. He swallowed hard, eyes darting around like something was stalking him. "Tyler. But whatever he wanted to say never came out. Because at that exact moment, Nia walked into the hallway. Everything stopped. Her hoodie was clean. Her backpack slung over one shoulder. Her face calm, unreadable, steady. Students parted around her without even realizing it. Like water moving out of the way of something it couldn't touch. Logan froze. For a second, just a second, his breath hitched. His hand gripped his locker door so tight his knuckles went white. Tyler leaned in. "Dude, what's wrong with you?" But Logan didn't hear him. All he saw was Nia. All he heard was her voice from that day. "You shouldn't have done that." Those 5 words had been replaying in his head every night like a broken record. He flinched when she passed him. Literally flinched, like he expected her to hurt him. But she didn't look at him. Not once. And that made it worse. Way worse. Students watched him carefully as he walked into first period, rubbing his temples, breathing too fast. Nobody had ever seen Logan Pierce scared of anything, not storms, not fights, not teachers. But this? This was new. Even Mr. Reynolds, the history teacher, gave him a weird look. The truth starts cracking open. By lunchtime, rumors transformed into something darker. She looked at him and he saw something. "Bro, I heard he had a panic attack when he tried to sleep. My cousin's friend said he hasn't eaten in like 3 days. He keeps saying she didn't touch him, but something touched him." Some kids started calling her the calm storm. Others? The girl who broke the bully without laying a finger. But Nia ignored all of it. She carried her lunch tray like she always did. Walked to her usual table by the window. Opened her book. Quiet. Unbothered. A soft island in a sea of chaos. Hannah slid into the seat across from her. "You see the way he looked at you," she whispered. Nia didn't look up. "He's not looking at me," she said. "He's looking at himself." Hannah blinked. "What does that mean?" Nia turned a page. When someone does something awful, and they're forced to face it, really face it, they break in one of two ways. She finally looked up. They get better, or they get worse. Hannah opened her mouth to reply, but something across the cafeteria made her freeze. Logan was standing near the entrance. Alone. Hands shaking. His friends hovered behind him, unsure if they should approach. The entire room buzzed like a hive ready to explode. And then, he started walking toward Nia's table. The room erupted instantly. "Yo, what is he doing? Is he stupid? He's gonna apologize or lose his mind for good." Hannah's eyes widened. "Nia, what do we do?" Nia's voice was calm. "We wait. The walk of consequences." Logan's footsteps echoed like thunder. His face was pale. Sweat beaded across his forehead. He looked like someone marching toward a firing squad. He stopped right in front of Nia. Students leaned forward. Phones rose. Lunch trays were abandoned. For a moment, no one breathed. Logan swallowed hard, voice breaking. I need to talk to you." Nia slowly closed her book. The room tightened. Hannah felt her pulse racing. But Nia? She was still. "What do you want, Logan?" she asked softly. He opened his mouth. But nothing came out. He tried again. Still nothing. His throat trembled like he was holding back a scream. Finally, he whispered, voice cracking. "Why did you say that to me?" Nia tilted her head. "What do you think I meant?" Logan's breathing sped up. "I don't know. I don't know," he shouted, voice breaking in front of everyone. "I haven't slept, I can't think, I keep hearing it. Seeing it. Feeling it." Students looked at each other in shock. The bully was unraveling. Right there. In front of the girl he targeted. "I'm sorry," he suddenly blurted. I didn't, I wasn't." His voice cracked again as he backed away. I'm sorry. He stumbled into a chair and nearly fell, desperate to get away from her. Tyler grabbed his arm, pulling him back. The whole cafeteria went dead silent. And Nia? She just watched. Not angry. Not triumphant. Just tired. Because she knew something no one else did. Logan wasn't afraid of her. He was afraid of what he saw when he finally met someone he couldn't control. And that realization. That mirror held up to his face. Hit harder than any punch ever could.